Update. How do I break up with my boyfriend for being dirty without offending him? Thanks for all the advice, I really appreciate it. Original post. TL, Doctor, we broke up, I blocked his number. No bedbugs lol. I'm learning how to be single again and IDK how to do that lol. I don't see myself dating for a while, but I'd appreciate any tips on being single, safe, and eventually dating again. So I, 24 female, broke up with him, 24 male, before the post got as many replies as it did. I called him and let him know how I felt about the situation and that it's best if we just are single and focus on ourselves right now. He said he understood and it was a quick call. He texted me right after saying he wished I told him how I felt while I was there instead of waiting. I told him that I did tell him I was ready to go because of the bugs and he caught an attitude. He apologized for responding the way he did and said he was just embarrassed, especially since we already hadn't seen each other in over a month. He wanted to spend more time with me, etc. I let him know that I do feel where he's coming from, but if after 3 years he can't even bother to get a fly strip, I can't just take his word that he'll do better anymore. I blocked him and this is the longest we've gone without speaking, 1 week today. I don't have bedbugs plus haven't seen another bug since that morning. I still deep cleaned my room to be sure. If anyone is curious, it was small plus black plus maybe gray. It kind of looked like the middle one in this picture. I only have him on Facebook for now, but we haven't spoken to each other. I told my closest friends that we broke up. I didn't tell them how bad his apartment is. Just that I've asked him to do something for a few years now and he hasn't followed through. I've been throwing away small sentimental items he's given me, like 1-2 a day so far, and it's helping. My friend's birthday was over the weekend, so we went out for dinner and drinks and it was great to go out with the girls. The timing was impeccable. I had a great time. Right now I'm learning how to be single, especially single as an adult in her 20s. I'm the girl that's always been in relationships in high school, college, so it's a huge adjustment. I know how to be alone, doing things on my own, being content when I'm by myself, going out by myself, etc., but being single is completely different. Thinking of dating again seems pretty scary right now because the last standards I had going into a relationship were for teenage me. People in their 20s are often open to visiting someone's house plus getting intimate soon, etc. I'm not interested in taking that route plus feel that it comes with a big safety risk. I don't see myself dating for a while, but I'd appreciate any tips on being single, safe, and eventually dating again. If anyone is curious, it was small plus black plus maybe gray. That sounds like a carpet beetle. It's a pest to be sure, but nothing close to as bad as bedbugs. They are not a threat to you directly because they do not bite, but the larva can cause rashes, irritation. They are however a threat to your natural fibers because the larvae feed off of wool, silk, cotton, and leather. Block on FB. He will 100% start posting pictures of his room cleaned up, sad quotes about change and true love. He will try to weasel his filthy, disgusting life back into yours. And he will, on God, 100% go right back to being a shitpig as soon as you take him back. Block on all platforms and move on. Focus on reconnecting with old friends, building new relationships, joining new clubs and groups, pursuing passions and hobbies and interests. Just kick back and enjoy being single for a while. After coming out of a long-term relationship, it's a lot healthier than jumping into a new relationship, and you can start learning more about yourself. I'm so proud of you for doing what's necessary for you. I know it can be hard to just pull that trigger, so to speak, but you did it. Smile, smile. Wow, you have self-respect and a backbone. I'm damn proud of you. Have a great life. Remember, you did the right thing. I told my friends that I've asked him to do something for a few years now and he hasn't followed through. Lol. I bet your friends now think that it was something sexual. Tears of joy. Honestly, just focus on yourself for now. Enjoy your life being single. Spend time, friends, travel, maybe some new hobbies, and most of be happy. The right person will come along when you least expect it. When do go on dates, I think going to someone's home is just sketchy and yay not safe. Especially not when they know where you live as well. So I would suggest to meet somewhere. Oh my, I read your original post and started itching. Good for you for breaking up. There is no excuse for all those bugs, or at least trying to get rid of them. Yuck. Boyfriend upset that I liked F1 drivers' pics. I wish I was kidding. So my boyfriend, 31 male, recently introduced me, 27 female, to the Netflix documentary Drive to Survive. As any other bored millennium tired of rewatching The Office for the 100th time and still sad about the fact that Modern Family left Netflix in my country, I was very happy to finally find a show worth binging. It is an understatement to say I got completely hooked on the sport and the lives of the drivers. So after spending a couple of days at home going through all 4 seasons, I am now the self-declared biggest McLaren fan. And Renault. And Red Bull. Basically anything and everything that Daniel Ricciardo does. Did you guys know he launched a wine bottle? Thank me later. Anyways, point is, Ricciardo equals celebrity crush. Completely platonic. Low-key innocent. Like, it will never happen. Because I have been looking at so much F1 content lately, IG's algorithm keeps bombing me with even more content every day. I did like some of the pictures, honestly not a big deal in my opinion, no shirtless pics or anything like that. Not exactly sure how my boyfriend noticed this change of pattern in my social media usage, but I did like a picture of Ricciardo in front of him TBF. After this, he started acting all insecure, asking a lot of nonsense questions and eventually brought it up when he was a bit drunk. I did apologize if that made him uncomfortable and said I wouldn't do it anymore, but the more I think about it the more ridiculous it sounds. Imola GP is this Sunday and we had plans to watch it together, but now I am afraid it would make him uncomfortable. TLDR boyfriend upset I liked Daniel Ricciardo's pics on Insta. He's afraid you're gonna leave him for Daniel Ricciardo. Perfectly reasonable. PFFT. After watching McLaren's performance this season, your boyfriend will realize he has nothing to worry about. In all seriousness, I guess celebrity crushes are innocent, but it does get annoying if you get all extra with it. If the only reason it will never happen is because it is impossible, but you'd still take the chance if it were possible, then I understand why he'd be upset. That's a bit childish, but it also makes sense because Ricciardo is damn near the perfect man. Did you see him laugh? Shit is so cute. I'm just here to see what responses pop up on this. Ricciardo equals celebrity crush. Completely platonic. Low-key innocent. Like, it will never happen. Dude. Just because your chances are next to nil doesn't mean it's platonic. You've probably been obsessing about him for a while now in front of your boyfriend, and your reasoning for it being okay is that it'll never happen, but newsflash, that doesn't make it any less disrespectful to your partner. So if your boyfriend decided he was suddenly a massive fan of the new girl or whatever, and decided his social media needed to see how much he has a crush on the main girl as a full-blown adult man and started liking her photos everywhere etc., you'd be cool with that? A crush is not completely platonic lol. Did you think you having a crush on another man would make him feel good? It will never happen, is just, I'm only with you because I can't get with a celebrity. It's not innocent. You obsess over another man and claim it's fine because it'll never happen, his insecurities are warranted. Girlfriend cheated out of the blue. Update: I woke the broad up out of her sleep and in short, told her she's a raging piece of shit for what she did. Broke up with her with a smile on my face. Walked out a new man. Thanks for the confirmation of what I already knew I needed to do. On to the next one. Scissor. I'm going to be as transparent as possible with my thoughts as well as the facts. Please don't bash. Just want opinions, advice. TYIA. I, 32 male, have been dating my girlfriend, 33, for the past 5 months. During this time it has been nothing short of fun, exciting, full of love, communication, and adventure. We have a great and healthy sex life. We are both recently divorced with kids and this is both of our first relationships since the divorces. We have been traveling all over the state every other weekend checking out monuments, restaurants, bars and concerts. This past weekend we ended up going to a Bluebonnet festival then to a country concert. Had a great time. After the concert we headed out to a popular country bar and ran into the band that played earlier in the night. We shared some drinks with them, socialized for an hour or so with the band members, then headed back to the hotel. When we got to the hotel I noticed she was texting someone, 2:15 a.m. and asked her who she was talking to. She hesitated and told me it was one of the band members. We got into an argument over it in which I packed my stuff and headed toward my vehicle. I tossed my stuff in the truck and went back to the room, less than 3 minutes from leaving the room, to find the room empty. She left with the band guy. 2 hours later as I'm on the road, she texts me, I need help. Maybe with a lapse in better judgment, I turned around and picked her up from his hotel. She initially lied and said nothing happened but later partially admitted that she woke up naked and didn't recall all of the events. due to large amounts of alcohol, so probably hooked up with him. She states she loves me, that I give her the world, that she spoke to her family about it after the fact and told them that she messed up one of the best things that's ever happened to her. Her mom corroborated this to me. She blames the incident on her lack of self-respect due to trauma from her last marriage, unwanted open relationship. We have been cordial since the incident and are dating but at a distance. She is staying away from alcohol as it seems that she has done things like this in her past relationship only when drinking. I'm not drinking as I'm trying to be supportive of her while she chases down her past to try to resolve whatever is going on. With all that said, I'm not the type to ever forgive over something like this with anyone else. I would have drawn the line and walked away. She is different, we have an amazing connection, we have fun no matter the environment. We set goals together and I do see a great future with her if this problem is resolved. Am I being naive by taking her back? Your connection is so perfect she cheated the first chance she got and used you as a ride home. I hate this for you but grow a backbone. It will happen again. She can go to hell. Have some self-respect. There isn't a woman shortage in the world. The last thing you should have done for her was pick her up when she texted you for help because you never know and it could have been a genuine emergency. After that, you should have made her pack her shit and leave. The fact that she even got a band member's number when you were with her the whole time is so damn disrespectful it warrants a dumping alone. But then when you rightfully got mad, she didn't even go after you, she went and got drunk, high and banged the dude, then had the nerve to call you. She belonged to the streets. Yes. You're enabling her by the excuse she was drunk. Been my experience that cheaters continue to cheat after they get away with it. Alcohol makes our inhibition come to the front. Get out now before she does it again. Ah, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Post update. Hell yeah, op, did the right thing. I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't the reason to the end of her marriage. You said due to open relationship. What if she was just flipping that story to make herself look better for you? She's not different, man. You've been really good to her and she rewarded you but fucking some guy in a band. The biggest takeaway is her lack of accountability. The good old I was drunk, that's why I did it. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. I am not going to judge, but she has a lot of issues and she needs to fix them before she is in any kind of relationship. The logical thing would be is to move on and find someone else. If she can hook up with some random band member when you are gone for 3 minutes, that is a major red flag. At this point the trust is gone, and when the trust is gone the relationship is dead. I don't know how to navigate my BF's close friendship with another woman. I'll start off by saying, I know I have jealousy issues, so pointing that out will not be helpful. I am working on those issues, so bear with me. F25. Always feel uncomfortable when my boyfriend, M26, of 3 years talks to his only close female friend. He met her by being the girlfriend of one of his close male friends. They broke up a 2 ago and my boyfriend and her are friends still and are actually closer than him and his male friend are now. To my knowledge nothing has happened in the past. She always comes to him with her new relationship issues and I know they talk on the phone for hours on end. Their conversations were very intimate, varying from personal insecurities, life problems to getting drunk together on the phone and having a private party on the phone. I brought up how it made me feel before, but it always ended in an argument. I stopped telling him how I felt because I didn't want to be that girlfriend that makes their boyfriend cut off female friends. My jealousy was still obvious and he ended up cutting back on the phone calls and texts to come up with a compromise. That happened during our 2nd year of dating. Going into our 3rd year, I realized he only started talking on the phone with her while I wasn't with him. I travel for work. He knows I know this and he continues to do it. I have told him I still feel uneasy about his closeness with her. Now I hear him getting close with her mom and going to their house to make dinner for them. At this point I'm at a crossroads because on one hand I feel that they're too close and he does not have this close relationship with any of his male friends. The other hand wants me to start ignoring the issue completely and hope my mind just starts to forget it's even happening. I know men and women can be friends, but there seems to be boundary issues here, at least to me. How should I approach this situation? Does their relationship detract from yours? Does he talk with you for hours in the phone when you're out of town, assuming you're able? Does he come to you with his emotional issues? Is he giving her time and/or emotional energy that he is not giving at least equal if not more of to you? If he is giving this girl more of himself than he gives to you, then there is definitely a problem. Even if he gives her as much as he gives you, there's still a problem. You're the girlfriend. If there is a special relationship, it needs to be special. If your relationship is still priority in his life, this, admittedly weirdly close friendship, is less of an issue. Yeah, no, at first I was like, men and women can be platonic close friends, even family-like. What's the big deal? Then I imagined myself in your shoes and came to the conclusion that if my girlfriend were to do this, I would be extremely uneasy as well. You don't deserve this headache. Instead of changing his behavior or even toning it down, he decided to try to hide it. That is not okay. Best of luck. A boundary has been seriously crossed here, and he's using your trust issues as a cover. When you question this clearly weird friendship, you're made to feel controlling and crazy. That's just wrong. You have reason to be upset, and instead of understanding your concerns, he's begun sneaking behind your back. This sounds like a pretty toxic situation. Both read, Not Just Friends by Dr. Shirley Glass. It's not just another author's opinion. It's based on couples, good people not looking to cheat, that experienced infidelity and lessons learned on how to protect a relationship. It will provide you both with what you two need to agree on. When people say, oh, women and men can be friends, there are a lot of qualifiers. If my fiancé was friends with another woman, I would also be friends with her. We would hang out together in group situations. Making dinner together, just the two of them, and drinking together and sharing their feelings. That is basically most nights of a relationship. Like 6 nights out of 7, that is what my fiancé and I are doing together. You are not being unreasonably jealous at all. He's being emotionally intimate with another woman even though you're aware and against it. He needs to put down some boundaries with his friend. It's a perfectly healthy and normal thing to do. He has a crush on her and is waiting for her to reciprocate. Basically, if you asked him to choose between the two of you and he refused to make a choice, then you have your answer. So are you the girlfriend? Or is she?